didn't even say anything and you got quiet. It's that old teacher in me, right? Good evening and good Shabbos. And Shabbat Shalom. We're very, very glad that you are here for Friday night worship and to begin the celebration of Samantha Conant, who's about to become a bat mitzvah. I would like to start out with a little bit of an intention reading. Some of you may have heard of a gentleman by the name of Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, who lived in the late 1700s and was one of the early Hasidic rabbis. Rabbi Nachman said, "When you pray, hold nothing back from God. Pour out your heart with honest openness, as if you were speaking to your very best friend. Eternal companion, help us pour out our hearts to you honestly and sincerely with these prayers that we are about to recite as your guide. Help us feel close to you, dear God." We begin with a singing of Hine Ma Tov, how wonderful it is for all of us to sit together in peace with Kira. It's my pleasure to call up to light our Shabbat candles, members of the family of our bat mitzvah: Samantha, Ashley, Patty, Lara, Spencer, Mackenzie, and Riley. Shanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehad likner shel Shabbat. Thank you so much, ladies. Continuing in the same vein as the little prologue that I read from Rabbi Nachman, I'd like to turn to page 8 and have us read this nice thing together. You ready? I begin with a prayer of gratitude for all that is holy in my life. God needs no words, no English or Hebrew, no semantics and no services, but I need them. Through prayer, I can sense my inner strength, my inner purpose, my inner joy, my capacity to love. As I reach upward in prayer, I sense these qualities in my Creator. To love God is to love one another, to work to make our lives better. To love God is to love the world God created and to work to perfect it. To love God is to love dreams of peace and joy that illumine all of us and to bring that vision to life. We continue with Lecha Dodi on page 20. Here we typically sing verses 1, 2, 5, and then 9. And before we begin verse 9, we rise and face the door to welcome the Shabbat Queen. Likrat kala, b'nei Shabbat nikabela. Zachor b'dibur echad, ishmianu el hamiuchad. Dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, p'nei Shabbat nikabela. I like that version. That was written by Kira herself. Yay! All right, please hold on. You'll notice that there are going to be several quotes that I throw into the service as we go along, and hopefully you'll pick up a theme. First quote. It is our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which more than anything else will affect the successful outcome. It's a quote from William James, the author. Please rise, turn to page 26 for the Reader's Kaddish. And we call up Samantha Conant, Samantha Conant, our bat mitzvah for the weekend, to lead us in the Reader's Kaddish.
Yikadal vikadash me rabba. V'yama divra hirute. V'yam lich malhute. B'chaye homu v'yom nehon. Ufaye deho Israel. Bagala, bagala. Uvizman kariv. V'yimaru, amen. Yehesh me rabba mevora, le'olma me'omaya, yitbara, vietba'a, vietpa'ar, vietromam, vietnase, viethadar, viethale, viethalal, shemeda kudashabrehu, le'elam mikol birata v'shirata, tushbehata v'nemata, Dari on Bioma, Viemaru, Amen.
Thank you, my dear. We continue with the Baruch Hu, the call to worship, on page 28.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Ba'ed. You may be seated. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bidbaro ma'ariv aravim b'chokhmah poteach sha'arim ubitmuna Uvitvuna Mesaper Itim. I'm having a hard time reading tonight. Sorry. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being. We continue with the Shema on page 34, which will go immediately into the V'ahavta on page 36. Israel, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad, Baruch, Shem Kavod, Shem Kavod, Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam Vaed.
Thou shalt
Love the Lord thy God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all thy might. And these words which I command you on this day
shall be in thy heart.
shall be in thy heart. Thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children, and thou shalt speak of them when thou sittest in thy house,
When thou walkest by the
way, and when thou liest down,
when thou risest up.
when thou risest up, thou shalt bind them for a sign upon thy hand. They shall be for frontlets
between thine eyes. Thou shalt Write them on the doorposts of thy house, and upon thy gate, and upon thy gates. Ye shall remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Quote number 2. Now is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end, but it is perhaps the end of the beginning. From Winston Churchill. Turn to page 39, please, and we will do an English reading at the top of the page. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands and marching together. And that's a good segue into Michamocha on page 43. Sorry, 38.
Who is like you, who is like you? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, who is like you? Awesome, holy, God most high. Who is like you, who is like you? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, who is like you? Awesome, holy, God most high. We see you show your power in our escape from the sea. We cry out all together, Ze'ili, Ze'ili. Who is like you, who is like you? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, who is like you? Awesome, holy, God most high. Who is like you, who is like you? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, who is like you? Awesome, holy, God most high. We feel your unending love, your people are redeemed. We sing out all together, Ze'ili, Ze'ili. Who is like you, who is like you? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, who is like you? Awesome and holy, God most high. Who is like you, who is like you? Michamocha ba'elim Adonai. Who is like you, who is like you? Awesome and holy, God most high.
I love that. That's another one of Shira's creations. Why did I say Shira?
Because she's song.
Yes. Kira sing. Shira means song. Page 43. I apologize if you wanted less English and more Hebrew in the service. I like the feeling that all of us know what we are praying together. So I'm at the top of page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, then that we may lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, hapores sukat shalom aleinu, v'al kol amo Yisrael, v'al Yerushalayim. That's one of my favorite phrases in all of the prayers. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. It means literally, spread your sukkah, your tabernacle of peace around us. And it just gives me such a feeling of warmth and comfort. And I hope that that is something that you feel on this Shabbat. We continue with Vishamru on page 44.
Israel את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם בעולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם בעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל לעולם, ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, וביום השביעי שבת וינפש. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם. ושמעו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורתם ברית עולם.
You're getting to hear all kinds of new creations tonight. Quote number 3. Begin at the beginning and go till you come to the end. Then stop. From Lewis Carroll. Please rise for the Amidah, our standing prayer that begins on 46 and then continues on 48 and 50. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Bahanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot B'imahot, U'mevi Gula Libnei B'neihem, L'man Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Abraham, V'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol atah Rav Le'Hoshia, Mechalkel Chayim B'chesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, somech noflim verofei cholim, umatir asumim, umekayem emunato lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, melech memid, umechaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, v'ne'eman ata lachayot hakol, baruch ata Adonai, mechaye hakol. We continue on page 52 with Ata Kadosh. You may remain standing or be seated, whichever you prefer. Ukdoshim b'chol yom, Yehallelujah Selah, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You are holy, and your name is holy. Those who strive to be holy declare your glory day by day. Blessed is our God, blessed is the one, a world ablaze with splendor. You are holy, and your name is holy. Those who strive to be holy declare your glory day by day. Blessed is our God, blessed is the one, O world ablaze with splendor. O eternal, hear our voices far beyond the border of our mind.
Baruch atah
Adonai,
Ha'el HaKadosh, Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh.
Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see wherever we gaze that the bush burns unconsumed, and we, clay untouched by God, touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place, and we did not know it.